Hey, all you cool cats and kittens! Welcome to the first Random Facts video episode of 2021. Tonight, this episode is being filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yay!
Isn't that awesome? So, I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad 2020 is finally over. I guess we could say that hindsight is 2020. Am I right? But anyway, this week's episode is all about the Earth. I've got some cool geography facts, some neat facts about water, and some awesome geology facts. So sit back and enjoy these cool facts about this giant rock floating through space that we call home. Just kidding. All right, our first category tonight, geography. Mauna Kea is taller than Mount Everest. Mauna Kea is in Hawaii, so above the sea, Mauna Kea only stands 13,796 feet in height. But when you follow the mountain to its base at the bottom of the Pacific, it's 32,808 feet. How did they figure that one out? Did someone swim to the bottom of the ocean with the tape measure? Just kidding. Some other cool fact, it actually snows in Hawaii. Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, on the Big Island, and Haleakala, I think I said that right, on Maui are above 10,000 feet and receive snowfall during the winter months. In fact, Mauna Kea means white mountain due to its capping of snow. Here's another mountain fact. At over 29,000 feet tall, Mount Everest is the highest point on Earth, but it doesn't compare to the deepest point on Earth, the Mariana Trench, which is over 36,000 feet deep, nearly 7 miles in the Pacific Ocean. That's a long way to the bottom. All right, our last geography fact. Only a quarter of the Sahara Desert is sandy. Most of it is covered in gravel, though it also contains mountains and oases. Oh, and it isn't the world's largest desert. Guess where the world's largest desert is? Antarctica. All right, guys, sorry about that little glitch there. Now it's on to our next category, water. I'm sorry, I'm a little crabby today. Sorry. First fact. Melting glaciers make a fizzy sound called Bergy Seltzer. That would be kind of an interesting drink name. The sound made by melting glaciers and icebergs is similar to the sound of fizzing soft drinks, which is what inspired the name Bergy Seltzer. You think? It occurs when melting water frees tiny bubbles, of air. Oh, come on, that was funny. Water frees tiny bubbles of air that have been trapped under ice for centuries. The sound is so loud.
How loud is it?
The sound is so loud that it can be used to determine the distance of icebergs at sea. Too bad the guys on the Titanic didn't have that knowledge. Next one. 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered by water. If the Earth were flat, water would cover nearly everything in a layer 2 miles deep. That's a lot of water. All right, here's another one to kind of go with our little bit of Antarctica and frozen ice thing. These are my pals. This is my penguin gang. They're called the Tuxedo Guys. Anyway, the ice that covers 98% of Antarctica holds 90% of the world's fresh water. Wow. Okay, continuing with fresh water. Every day, 8 trillion gallons of water pour out of the mouth of the Amazon River into the Atlantic Ocean. That's a big river. Lake Baikal, I hope I'm saying that right, in Russia is the deepest lake in the world and holds as much water as all 5 of the Great Lakes in the U.S. combined. So speaking of Great Lakes, Lake Superior, the largest of the Great Lakes between the U.S. and Canada, is a freshwater lake with the largest surface area, and it is so big it has waves. It's a pretty big lake, but it's really pretty. I've been there. All right, now it's time for our final topic for the night. This one is geology. You ever notice on a map how the South American and African coasts along the Atlantic fit together like 2 pieces of a giant puzzle? That's because at one time, millions of years ago, they were one continent. Magma from deep in the earth broke through thin places between these continents and pushed them apart. They are still slowly moving apart, and the Atlantic Ocean is growing wider. They must have had a really tough relationship now that they're split up. Keep going with continental plates and movement. Continental plates drift at about the same rate as fingernails grow. Fingernails grow a millimeter a week. Tectonic plates, try saying that 5 times fast. Tectonic plates, which divide the continents, drift because of the heat that pushes its way up to the surface from the Earth's core. This is the same activity that causes earthquakes and volcanic activity. At the rate they move, the tectonic plates end up drifting between 1 and 2 inches per year. In geology terms, that's huge. Geologists have discovered there seems to be more water miles deep between the rocks of Earth's mantle than in all the oceans of the world. The intense pressure of the tons of rocks above, the intense pressure of the tons of rocks above keeps the hot water from turning to steam and escaping. Cool. And last, but certainly not least, White Sands National Park in the southern part of the state is the largest desert with fine white sand. This sand is made from a mineral called gypsum. All right. See ya. Those are some pretty cool facts about our planet. Who would have thought that the Sahara Desert is mostly covered in gravel? Did you know that it has actually snowed in the Sahara? Of course, since it's a desert, it didn't last very long. And now, it's time for some jokes. Teacher, what can you tell me about the Dead Sea? Student, I didn't even know it was sick. Where do fish keep their money? In riverbanks. Duh! Come on, guys, this is funny. Who is a penguin's favorite ant? Wait for it. Antarctica! God, man, I just can't cut a break, man. Wah, wah, wah. I'm so sorry. I just love a good geography pun. So before I go, I would like to thank my live studio audience with me today.
Yay!
Even they rolled their eyes at my cheesy jokes. Anyway, have a great weekend and do your schoolwork.